This play begins with a runner at first base and one out. This play begins with runners at first and third base with one out. Federation Rule 5, Section 1, Article 1. The ball becomes dead immediately when J. An infielder intentionally drops a fair fly, fair line drive, or fair bunt in flight with at least first base occupied and with less than 2 outs. The exception? The infield fly rule. Federation Rule 8, Section 4, Article 1. The batter runner is out when C. The batter runner's fair fly, fair line drive, or fair bunt in flight is intentionally dropped by an infielder with at least first base occupied and before there are 2 outs. The ball is dead and the runner or runners shall return to their respective base or bases. Number 1. In this situation, the batter is not out if the infielder permits the fair fly, fair line drive, or fair bunt in flight to drop untouched to the ground, except when the infield fly rule applies. The batter hits a line drive to the shortstop and the fielder possesses the ball briefly before pushing the ball to the ground in an attempt to turn a double play. The fielder is guilty of an illegal act as there is a force play possible with less than 2 outs. The fielder's illegal actions are meant to confuse the runner at first base in hopes of getting multiple outs on this play. By rule, the umpire calls time immediately, calls the batter runner out, and returns R1 to first base. There are now 2 outs and a runner at first base when play resumes. The batter hits a low line drive to the shortstop. The fielder backs up and lets the ball drop to the ground. The shortstop fields the ball in the short hop and attempts to turn a double play. By rule, the fielder's actions are legal. The fielder allowed the ball to fall to the ground untouched and legally attempted a double play. Let's review the intentionally dropped ball by using the cheat sheet. The rule is in place to protect the base runners. There must be runners on base with less than 2 outs and a force play possible for this rule to apply. A batted ball in flight that touches the ground prior to the fielder touching the ball cannot be an intentionally dropped ball. Fielders intentionally drop the ball to confuse the runners in an attempt to get multiple outs. In most examples of the fielder intentionally dropping a batted ball, the fielder has the ball in his glove and pushes the ball to the ground. If an infield fly is called, you cannot have an intentionally dropped ball call because there is no force play possible. You cannot have an intentionally dropped ball call with 2 outs or with no runners on base. If a fielder is guilty of an intentionally dropped ball, time is called immediately, the batter runner is called out, and all other runners on base must return to the base occupied at the time of the pitch.